Hi there, Aquarius. How are you guys doing in this month of December? So it's like 2 seasons away from your birthday. What's your holiday plan? My daughter is also an Aquarius. She's in the 2nd of February, 2013. Yep, and she's turning 6 next year, and she's already playing for her 6th birthday. Ooh, I love her. Like, I was so happy when, the doctor made it when I was pregnant, and the doctor made the calculation that my daughter is going to be an Aquarius. I was like, yes, because Aquarius are very, very, you would hear this a lot. You guys are very, very unique, but you don't get it, because me, from the outsider perspective, I'm like, wow, you really have a really, really interesting way of thinking. You're really so different. How could you not care to confirm? How can you just associate yourself just like that and always take your time and end up making the right choice the whole time? Like me as a Sagittarius, like I jumped into things the whole time, and I see my Aquarius people are not, Aquarius friends are not like that. So I got a bit jealous. So I was so excited to have an Aquarius daughter. But anyway, so for those of you who commented that you must really hate Aquarius, I don't. Like, my brother is Aquarius, my daughter is an Aquarius. Are you crazy? So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Anissa from theinnerstereo. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I know it's late. This reading is going to be from the 10th until the 15th of December, because I've already actually recorded your bi-weekly way before I upload this video, way before I even record this video, okay? Let's talk now, Aquarius. Oh, by the way, check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because I resonate much more with my Venus sign, or probably because it's in the 7th house, I don't know. But let's talk right now, Aquarius. You have the 7 of Wands, you have the Judgment card, and you also have the Queen of Pentacles. The 7 of Wands in here, as your overall energy, kind of like talks about you wanting to get away from something. Like you want to build not a shelter, but much more like a wall or like a guard that protect you from something. And especially as your overall challenge here, you have the Emperor card in here. Okay, the Emperor card in my particular deck, in my other deck that I own, which is the Japanese Tarot, is being symbolized by war. But why is it the Emperor is being symbolized by war? Because the Emperor nature is to protect something. So a lot of people would say that Emperor seems to have like a huge ego, or they're very stubborn, or they're very selfish. But you need to understand why they're like that. Okay, because they always have something that they protect. It's either their children, it's either their civilians, it's either their money, whatever that is, they have something that they need to protect. And I feel like in the now, though, in your relationship sector, you feel like there's something here that you need to protect. It could be your ego, it could be your anything practically, okay? And when somebody try to poke that, then the Emperor is starting to kind of like come out, okay? There is no more bending. There is no more, okay, I'm just gonna go with that. Nah, you're very, very much stubborn with that principle that you're holding in very, very well. It's like, it's like the difference between a big boat and a smaller boat. A big boat will take much longer time to maneuver, whereas a smaller boat will be like, wow, so easily, because they carry less weight, okay? And I feel like this is what's pushing you to be having the 7 of Wands, like a very, very defensive attitude about something. But you're also having the Judgment card here, which is beautiful. And then you also have the Queen of Pentacles. So your motto is like this. So if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. I'm going to accept whatever it is. But if it's not meant to be, I believe that God or universe would grant me something that is much better. Something that is the best for me. Because you're starting to feel there's a progression going on about yourself. Okay, so now you're starting to feel like, now I think I deserve somebody who is much more of a King of Pentacles, because you're feeling so much like a Queen of Pentacles right now. You feel like, well, I have this much, okay? I am this committed, so I deserve somebody who is that at least at the same page as me, and not somebody who is much lower, like the Knight of Wands or something like that. Like, I deserve somebody who is at least already is a king or a queen, okay? So what is challenging you in the now is that you have the Hierophant card, and you also have the Emperor card in here. So I feel like there's two people being very, very defensive with one another. Super duper defensive. It's like this person managed to hit you straight to the point that you need to protect, and you guys are like that to them too. The Hierophant card here, as the overall challenge, also talks about you could be dealing with somebody who is non-committal. somebody who seems to have a difficulties when it comes to committing, but also at the same time the Hierophant card here, because the imagery is like this, and it kind of like something that I get from especially this particular deck of mine, is that somebody who may think that this person is much better than you when it comes to spiritually or when it comes to morals. So they see themselves in a higher position, and they kind of like say something like, nah, I know better, I know better. Like, they treat you like a kid, almost. They treat you like somebody who doesn't know anything, and they know everything. Okay, so there is two meanings to it. Just apply where it resonates. Let's see what's happening in the past, Aquarius. But this person was, you were dealing with somebody who was all up in their heads when it comes to you. And it's a very, very airy energy in here. It hurts. Especially if it's for a fire sign, it will kill their motivations. It will kill their inspirations. They'd feel very, very sluggish in the morning. They don't know what to do. If you're dealing with a earth sign, it gives them like a lot of anxiety. They're very, very anxious. They're stressing out over small little details, like they keep thinking about it. If you're dealing with the water signs, they get emotional about it. Yeah, they get very, very emotional, so you probably see them try to hurt you because they're feeling that way, or you see them being very, very depressive because they're the Eight of Swords. If you're dealing with an air sign, you would see them disassociating themselves away from you for a little bit because they're trying to get away by thinking of the bigger picture. Four of Wands. So if you're dealing with one person, this relationship has taken a toll on their mental state, but also at the same time, they're still sticking around because they feel like you guys are like a home to them, because you have the Four of Wands in there. When things are good, it's super good. They feel like you guys are home. There's this sense of comfort in there. So you guys are their comfort zone. That's why they could not leave. And they're stressing out about it a lot. Seven of Swords. Third party situations, or just ice skating above emotions. But actually, you know what? In this particular deck of mine, it's really, really very clear. The picture says itself. Seven of Swords. So somebody in this relationship has been cheating, or somebody is accusing them of cheating because they feel like what they do is cheating. So cheating, there's like multiple meanings attached to it. People would have a different definition. I know that this is going to strike like a lot of things in the comment section. Like really, like different people have a different meaning when it comes to cheating. Like me, emotional cheating means you're cheating. Okay, if you chose to tell your stories to your girl or female best friend instead of me, that's like, what's wrong? Like, I'm supposed to be your best friend too. You know what I mean? That's already emotional cheating. If you're having an emotional connection with somebody else, it's already cheating from me. If you're kissing somebody, it's already cheating for me. But I've met men who says that, kissing is normal. I mean, it's guys, it's men. People have a different ways of interpreting what cheating is. And I feel like somebody accuses them of cheating because of something they do. And I feel like you guys are doing that because you're like the Five of Swords. You're like, no, I'm not having this. I really am not having this. And they're like this, the Eight of Swords. Oh, no. Oh, no. And then when that happens, when that Seven of Swords happens, like suddenly all of the good values that you see in them is disappeared. Every little thing that makes you stay and hold on to them just disappeared just like that. In the past, you saw this person as somebody who is very good, and you're still holding on because you believe that it's going to increase or it's going to upgrade into the Ten of Pentacles. Like one day we'll get there, one day we'll get there. But then when that happens, when that Seven of Swords happens, it's just like boom. Like every good image that you have about them is disappeared just like that. But the problem is they still find you as a comfort zone. And when you do that, when you truly cut them off with the Five of Swords in here, they might be seeing you as somebody who wants to have the upper hands. So the pain was severe for them. They're feeling the Eight of Swords. Lima ka naman sekarang. if you're dealing with two people, person A is somebody who you truly cut the cord, okay? And when you cut them just like that, you know, it left them really, really pay the source. They're going very, very crazy and they're super duper in pain. And then you have person B who comes into your life trying to offer a Four of Wands, something stable. Because again, I feel like they feel very, very comfortable with you. They feel very, very home with you. But with them, because I feel like because you guys are so much focusing on that Five of Swords energy, cutting off somebody, you with the person B who is very, very happy with you, he still is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Like, is this going anywhere? Like, I'm so afraid that if I get excited over it, then it's going to turn ugly just like before. Because I'm starting to see that every hottest beginning have the coldest ending. But also at the same time with the Four of Wands and then the person B, and you guys have the Ace of Pentacles, like you don't see it happening with them, you know what I mean? Like from the get-go, you see the ugly side of them. Although it gets you excited somehow, but you know, from the get-go, you see the ugly side of them. Wheel of the Year. Two of Swords. King of Cups. Nine of Cups. Justice card in reverse. Okay, so I feel like in the now, you guys are much in a better place emotionally than you guys were in the past. Okay, in the past it was very, very all airy. We see all these airy things. We see all these swords, and it was hurtful for both of you. You guys were hurt to the point where you don't care who you hurt. You know what I mean? Like you don't care if you caused them much hurt because you just don't care because it's hurt. It hurts too much for you. So now you have the Wheel of the Year in here. You have a outside circumstances that is just way beyond your control. That will make you be interacting with somebody who you cut really deep. Who you just completely cut, who was in pain in the past. There's going to be, like, there's something's going to happen. Like, you're meeting them at a reunion. You saw them on social media, you're just walking and then it's just like, oh, there is them, you know, something like that. There is just something here. But because you guys are already emotionally stable here, because your overall energy is the King of Cups, so you won't be super bitter when you interact with them, okay? When you're interacting with them, you won't be super bitter. In fact, you're going to be the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a super duper flirtatious, charming type of knight. But I see the hesitancy in here. Okay, so in the now, again, as I said, there's going to be an outside force. It could either be like the star alignment going to make them forced to reach out to you or whatever that is. Like, it just happens. Because it's the Wheel of the Year. It's like a universe intervention or God intervention into making that happening. Okay? You're going to be flirtatious, but also at the same time because they've been traumatized by the pain that they've been experiencing in the past. And so do you. There's going to be a period of indecisions. You have the Justice card in reverse in here. You're still seeing the non-mutual give and take, the unequal give and take that is happening. And then a part of you still deep down and at the back of your head could probably be thinking about, well, you hurt me that much. So I feel like I could hurt you just a little bit as an act of revenge, you know, stuff like that. So it's still in the back of your head, you know, like a little bit of a pettiness and something like that. Don't attack me, but it's still in the back of your head. Okay, but you guys are much more emotionally stable in here, and they're still indecisive because they were traumatized by what happened in the past. Okay, but if you're dealing with two people, person A, who you completely caught cold, who was super duper in pain when it comes to you, again, as I said, outside circumstances, something is just going to happen, and you guys are going to be super duper Nine of Chalices. Like very, very flirtatious, very, very charming. Like, hi, how are you guys? Hi, how are you? You know, stuff like that. Because you feel much more emotionally stable with this person. Okay? And person B who felt like home, but you don't see the potential in them, they're going to be kind of like quite indecisive when it comes to you, but they have not decided yet whether they want in or out. And you guys are the Justice card in the river, so you already made a decision anyway. It's either going to be like you don't want to give them a chance or you want to give them a chance. You're already decisive. Okay, let's see what's happening in the future. Or you might need them for something, like, I don't know. It's just outside force, something that you can't control. 5 kartu masa depan. Sun card. Okay. 3 of Wands. Queen of Swords. Ace of Wands. But I feel like you guys are still wary though. 6 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. Okay. Hopefully in January we're gonna get 10, okay? Okay, so let's talk. So if you're only dealing with one person, the energy is gonna be come and go to people trying to walk on eggshells. Why? Because again, as I said, exactly like what is happening in the present cards. So if it's not happening now, it's going to happen like really soon. What I said about the present card, they're still traumatized. You guys are still traumatized. Those wounds are super duper hard to heal for the both of you. So the dynamic of the relationship would be the Ace of Wands, Sun card. So you're gonna be the leading force, you know what I mean? Like if that day, if that particular day, you're gonna feel super duper chatty, you're super duper flirtatious, you're super duper sensual and blah, 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 the relationship is gonna go great. They feel the immense emotional intensity with you too. But then after that, they're gonna be kind of like distancing away, like, when is Aquarius gonna do that again to me? When is it? They have the 3 of Wands, so they're expecting for growth, but because they kind of like feel it's traumatizing for them, they want to be kind of like distancing themselves. Okay, I think I shouldn't be putting that much effort because I don't want to, you know, poke Aquarius in a wrong way. And when they do that, when they have the 3 of Wands attitude, just kind of like waiting for growth, waiting for manifestations, they of course became a bit distant. You guys are like the 6 of Swords. Like, nah, not having it. And then the dynamic goes back into the place again. Ace of Wands, Sun card. So the dynamic is always like this. High is high, low is low. High is high, low is low. It's never going to be like stable because of this Queen of Swords attitude. So basically you don't trust them, they don't trust you. You don't trust them because of the thing that caused you to cut them off, cut them cold with the 5 of Swords there. They don't trust you because they're still feeling hurt and traumatized by the hurt that they felt because of you. I feel like when you're moving away to a more healthier place in the future, the 6, you know, with the dynamic, once you go cold, you guys are much more going to focus on your work and on your money rather than focusing much more on your relationship sector. But then when it goes hot again, you're focusing on them. So that's the dynamic. Is always going to go super duper wavy. All right, it's getting too long for a week reading. I'm going to see you guys in a few days from now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye. Have a great week.